It's update time. We're here at Core Works. It's time to check on the drift truck. Let's go. Sorry. You guys, this is so exciting. It's been a while since I've been able to come up and check out the truck. The boys have been cranking away on this thing. Simon and Garrett have been doing a ton of hard work. I know everybody else has too, but let me get you up to speed. So this is my drift truck project. It started as like the truck I want to have in high school, and then turns out after I did a lowering kit, put a stereo in there, some Starion wheels, then turns out I had a blown head gasket. So you do the next natural thing and you find a 1JZ JDM motor out of a Soarer, and you ask your friends who run an amazing drift shop in Marietta, Georgia called Core Works if they'll help you with it. So here it is. Now here's the kicker. Tyler, that's the owner, and Greg, who's his right-hand man, they are like my, they're like my car idols. Like, they do all the rad stuff that I like to do. Tyler is, how do you put this? He's like elite for rad car stuff. Like, there's just no other way to put it. He's got the coolest rides indefinitely. Team Rowdy in the house. But the guys painted my valve covers, right? And I had forgotten about that. I'm on the phone with my friend Brian, who works with Sherwin-Williams and House of Color, and I described to him what I thought would be the perfect color for the truck. And that's this right here. I said, I want rainbow bass boat sparkle to it and like a hot pink. Well, get this. It's almost the exact same color as the valve covers, which I love. I had not planned that, but let's take a little walk around. So inside, we're almost completely done. The guy's been working to put this vintage air kit in here because I had to have air conditioning, because I want to take this thing on the Hot Rod Power Tour. I want to put some real miles on it. Yes, it's a drift themed truck, because once I built one that was like a neon green, still had an open diff. You can only get it sideways if it was a real heavy rain, but this thing is gonna be incredible. So we're gonna run the vintage air panel in here so we can adjust the fans and everything else. The NRG Prismalab seats are in. There's going to be a big handbrake, right? Core Works handbrake. Their custom designed Delrin shift knob is in. We're running a R154 trans in here. Right now it's got a gray Momo steering wheel, but we're actually going to run one of the Grip Royal Core Works co-branded things. Now back here, this is where it gets really exciting. So the bed, or what used to be the bed, has gotten pretty wild. So we're running these fiberglass bedsides because the bed was trashed and I couldn't really find a better one anywhere, and I didn't want to just have a normal one. So we got the fiberglass bedsides. We're running the Nissan S14 rear subframe back here. The boys have done a ton of work to make everything work. There's a bunch of ISR parts on here from our friends down in Florida. Always do an amazing job. So appreciate Injuku and everything they've done. We've got the radiator back here, and the idea is that we needed room for the big front mount intercooler and the AC condenser and evaporator. So we had to move a few things around, but it's gonna be so cool how this works. Definitely shout out to Stefan Papadakis. Their drift team is like a huge inspiration for a million car people, but definitely if you're into Toyotas and Toyota racing, this is it. So I thought originally we would run this cool like roll bar, a hoop style, if you will. And I thought at first the down supports would be what we would carry air to the radiators, but because there's so much air moving by here, we're basically gonna just vent the custom bed cover that they're making underneath here, because all the panels are cut out. Still gonna run a tailgate, but it means I'll have room for actual stuff in the bed, so it'll still be a functional pickup, which is amazing. We're gonna run some down kicks here, supports for this. I was thinking about running some KCs on here, some daylighters, but I'm gonna run Hella 500 Black Magics because Hella has an office in Peachtree City where I live, and they've always been super cool to me. And even though you can buy them on Amazon, they got a great store out there. Also got some big like Supertone style horns with a little high-low action. There's some people that really like to flex with their horn and they'll hide them behind the grill. I've done that. I had a Subaru once and I did that, but we're past that. So we're gonna hide these somewhere. I fit great in there, it turns out, which is really exciting. We got a pretty simple stereo setup, so that'll go back in. There's so many little touches on here that when I dreamed about this project, I mean, if you look around CoreyWorks, there's so many cool cars here. Admittedly, most of them are Tyler's, but there's so many cool touches on them, and that's why I keep asking Greg, like, well, what would Tyler do in this space, right? So I think we're gonna shave the mirrors that are on the doors. I think we might run a JDM style fender mirror, which would be pretty cool. This will be like the one vehicle that I don't have tinted windows on, because I can't wear shades. I can, it's just hard, but I'm gonna feel like the rapper Rich Boy riding with no tint, so the people know it's me. I do think after looking at it, you can see how much there's a bulge on the rear fenders, the over fender. So we're gonna have to either, all the ones that I found that are fiberglass for the front, because they're like a pre-runner style, they go way up here. To get a radius that would be similar, I think it's just gonna make it look too high. So I think we're gonna try to find like a bushwhacker flare, something that maybe we can cut and make this wider. I found these fenders off of Marketplace, along with the 4Runner front end and everything else we did. These fenders are a little trash, so I think I'm gonna find new ones to put on. I was thinking about running the Stillen front air dam, and I was lazy and I didn't order it when it was on sale, and now they're all sold out. So I think the ship has sailed there, but we got the drift motion, the rebuilt twin turbos in here. The cool thing is, because CoreyWorks runs a bunch of drift teams out of here, they're gonna do the exhaust with all the custom MagnaFlow that Richard Wade has sent us. I think the idea is to get a lot of great tone. The 1J has a really distinct sound, but we're thinking about running duals out on either side so that once these gigantic tires that we have on here are smoking, it will sort of help funnel the smoke out. The real question then becomes, I mean, look how cool this is. They even have as far as we know, it's a Volk stool. So when we look back here, again, running Fortune coilovers on here, Nick and the boys made us a really sweet setup on here to go front and rear. So we have to fill this up with a massive wheel and tire. Jason and Brian over at Rotiform are helping me come up with something really cool. I think we're gonna run 18s up front, 19s in the rear, but I'm guessing it's gonna have to be like a 19 by 11 or 12. Question is, what do we go with? Do we go with like a super 90s style? Do we do something super basic like the old 5-spoke? Or do we do something with like a little more flair? Comment below, tell me what you think. Also, do you think we should run fiberglass fenders or steel? And would you run fender mount mirrors, like JDM style? That's the real question. Lights up top, fuel cells in. This thing, y'all, it's getting so close. Once we get everything ready here, the boys have been working on the custom core support. We're just talking about where we're gonna mount the Odyssey battery. I think it'll be up front. And then we just take it apart, paint it, and then drive it. It's that easy, right? Unbelievable. It's so much hard work they've put in here. I love it. When you think about how I am with cars, there's so much this kind of like pursuit of working on them, finding them, cleaning up, and then I have fun and then I sell them. I think this is gonna be the one that my daughters are like, Dad, why do you still have that when I'm 80? I hope that story happens, because I've built this truck for so many years in my head that now that it's really finally happening, it's unbelievable. So tell me what you think. You like the paint? I started with the Ashio factory and their delivery truck, and I've gone to super rad magenta. You know what? I could just put a big T-Mobile logo on the side and everybody will know, like, oh, that guy does love T-Mobile. I do. Sidekick, best phone of all time. You know I'm right. Hey, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, share with your friends, and we'll see you next time. Oh, don't forget, once we get to 20,000 followers, we're giving away that Datsun 510, so make sure you subscribe. See ya.